Assalamu alaikum. Again, I'm back over here. Continue the topic transport system. In our last video, in the last sessions, we have discussed about the transport system in plants. When we have started the topic transport in plant, you have seen the videos that I have discussed about the concept of the transport system in the plants, processes of transport system, that mainly active transport takes place, passive transport takes place, transpiration occur on the surface of the leaves, right? So we have discussed three important structures in the leaf, in the transport system in the plants, right? So now over here, as I said in the last video, that when you are talking about the transport system, when you're talking about the transport of the molecules in the plant, so over here the structure of the stomata is very much important. The important part stomata we have discussed, that stomata is the opening which takes place, which is found under the, you can say that on the upper epidermis or on the lower epidermis. Again we have in the last video we have discussed the three important leaf surfaces, the three important category according to the distribution of the stomatas, right? So on the lower epidermis if it is present, if it is present on the upper epidermis, or it can be present on the both of the surface of the leaf, right? Now when you are saying about the stomata opening, I have discussed this thing with you. Stomata is actually a hole, a opening, or singularly you can say stoma, right? So stoma is an opening, or you can say a hole is present which allow the movement of the molecules, right? And it is guarded with the guard cells. This is the guard cells, right? So this is the structure of the stomata. Just note down this thing that stomatas, when they are open, it will only open in the daytime. But at night the stomatas will close, it will not open, okay, because the sunlight is there, photosynthesis occur mainly, you know very well, okay. So it just function in the daytime, not in the night time. So please note down this thing that daytime it's just open, but in the night it just get closed. When you're seeing about the stomatas opening, when it is open, what is happening over here actually? The guard cells are just get turgid. It's very important to just note down this keyword turgid. In my last sessions, I have discussed the three important keywords, if you have remembered this thing: flaccid, turgid and plasmolized. Okay, I have discussed this thing with you. Flaccid is mainly normal, or you can say that less shrink, not as such shrink, okay. But in the turgid one, it is the swollen, okay. Why I am saying swollen? Because the more water is there, less solute concentration. And when you are saying about the plasmolized, so it is completely shrink. It means there is no water, not say that no water, you can say that less water is there, but more solute concentration is there. So I have told you in our, I think, first or second video, that you please understand these three terms, because it will help you out to understand the concept of transport in the plants, right? For your further help, I have just drawn the three diagrams over here, okay. The flaccid one, again I am saying less shrink, but you can say a normal one, okay. So normal, or you can say more, less shrink, okay, not as such shrink, less shrink you can say, or you can say a simply normal condition, or you can say that less shrink or not as such swollen, okay. You can say that swollen or normal one you can, okay. So in the normal condition, the water molecule is there, no doubt, but it is with less shrink, or you can say somehow it is swollen one. In the middle, you can say that it is a isotonic condition. Alright, when you're talking about the plasmolized, so it is over here more shrink. It means the less water is there, okay. When there is less water, you know very well the cell will be not able to perform the task, or you can perform the metabolic functions properly, and it will just get shrink, right? The third type is the turgid one. Turgid one, I have discussed this thing with you, that it is a swollen one. What is swollen one? It means there is more water but less solute over there. Okay. So you know very well when this more water is there, so the just cell is absorbing water more and more again and again, and when they are absorbing the water again and again, so it just gets swelled up. So yes, it's a turgid one. Okay. So I think, okay, it will help you out to just, or you can say this thing that this three condition in which the flaccid you can say somehow is a good one, okay, because it is somehow swollen, not as such shrink, or you can say a normal condition. For me, I've just learned this thing that it is in a normal condition, or flaccid you can say somehow swollen, but this two condition is not favors the plant, right? Plasmodize again, having you can say the cell just get shrink, the vacuole shrink because there is very less water, more solute concentration is there. But the turgid is saying that it's a swollen one, it means more water is there, less concentration of the solute. So for me these two condition is not proper, these two conditions are not good or not favors the plants for the absorption, right? So the flaccid is the good one, right? So to just understand this concept, you have a concept of this turgid one, guard cell turgid. What is mean by turgid? Turgid means swelling. Okay, we have discussed this thing, so it will help you out to further understand the concept of opening and closing of stomatas. Okay, so turgid guard cells, this is the guard cells, there are so many guard cells over here. Okay, so when they have a higher concentration of the water molecules, they just get turgids. So it allow the stomatas to open, right? It has a great opening of the stomatas. But at night time, when the sunlight is not there, you can say the photosynthesis, they are not performing the task of photosynthesis. So at that time, the guard cell flaccid, or you can say shrink. When they just get shrink means we have discussed this thing that shrinkage, or you can say plasmolized, okay, somehow, or we have said this flaccid, not as such swelling, okay, in a normal condition, but somehow shrink you can say. So at that condition, when the guard cells shrinked, so yes, at that condition the stomatas are opened, closed, right? So this is the key important points. I just want to summarize this thing. Opening of stomatas, closing of stomatas, you must have the concept of the guard cell, that when the guard cells are turgid, when the guard cells are swollen, so it allows to the stomatas to have a great opening, or you can say the stomatas are open. But when the guard cells are flaccid condition, it means when the guard cells are having just get shrink, or you can say less water is there, so it allow, because when there is less water, you know very well that it will emit the water over here, so the structure will just get swollen up and it will just close the stomata, right? But over here I have discussed this thing that guard cells have the more water, it means they are absorbing the water from outside. So when they are absorbing the water, so it allow the great opening, it allow the stomata to open more wider, right? But in over here, in night time, they just release the water in the surroundings, you can say guard cells. So it just swollen this part, and through this swollen condition, it just not favors the opening of the stomata. It will just close the gates of, or you can say just close the stomatas. So I hope that you have understand this concept. And stomatas opening and closing really help you out to understand the concept of the transport in the plants, because it is found on the epidermis of the leaf. Okay. Thank you so much. In another video, inshallah, I am going to discuss some important factors that how they are affecting the rate of transpiration. Thank you so much.